Araikodai setting up in window too. That could be a pretty valuable pick for them early in this pistol.
It does allow them to rush over onto just the spawn of attack and just sort of just pincer them out. If one is on C and one's on A, they'll just be able to split them up. So a strong play here. And also Dubstep loves trying to find that early blood, but Tonga Red just able to tap it up, maybe able to pick up a ghost here if they so desire, and they're going to just start swapping it over. Maybe make this aggressive C push, as it is such a great site for attack, especially when you're going to 5v4.
Yeah, there's not much that Bren can really do to contest this, in all honesty. And already, first round, we already see a bit of the Dubstep over-pushing sort of concern that I was levying early on. This is going to be a very easy plant here.
Oh, yeah.
For Araikodai. I'm interested to see how they set this up. Some teams will try and run it down C long, even on a pistol, but I like this from Araikodai instead. They know that spamming from that distance is much more difficult, so they stay mostly on site and then also cover their flank, which is important because here comes Dispenser.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, you know, not banking at all in C long. They're going to be able to win it down. These are pretty much big duels that they're winning, but the back and forth is going to just guarantee that Araikodai will just stop any type of defense. Also, what's nice about this as well is the last couple of rounds now, so they will be able to easily buy back into this. And technically, in a way, a good chunk of them will be able to buy back into this. They are going to be greeted by Borkum, and Borkum's going to try to hold this down. Just falling back, just seeing if they can get some information. A flash will come out. Humi does get flashed. They will be taken out by Pinocchios, but the trades are going out for Pinocchios. The running back getting them a lot of value here. And now it is a 2v4 for the retake, as Bren would have much liked it if they could have had a couple of players stay alive. They didn't want to fly through the smoke, which is great, but still a difficult challenge, especially after Dispenser getting tagged. They're going to drop the lockdown here, especially with the Hunter Fury, and they're going to see what they can do here. Might be able to find one. They're good for one, but that lockdown's going to be shot down right away. Now it's a 2v1. It could potentially win this out. Both of them are just sitting in the nest of Garage, but I don't think they have that information just fading out. They know exactly where they are. Oh, they don't get traded out. Jesse wins it out quickly enough, and I think they have enough time for defuse.
That is so unfortunate for Araikodai. They were set up so well. Courtesy of Bren Esports, the A side special. 5 players ready to snap.
Delicious. Alright, well, they already have information that they're pushing over to A, so the rotation will come out. So I don't know if they're actually going to commit to this. Pinocchios flashes themselves out, unfortunately, but they know exactly where they're coming from. Actually, will be able to get the frag, which is pretty massive, but while, as I say that, they go down 1 by 1, but coming back from sewer, it's just a back and forth. Jenny tries to hold it under heaven, but there we go. It is going to be a 2v1. Not impossible, but it is the Killjoy. But we'll have to wait and see. As Bren Esports will be able to lock it down in a good position. Conquer Red has the high ground. Could potentially spot out one. They see one. Rumi will go down. The second one might be able to, but no, the trade out was able to do a little bit of tag damage, so Jesse will be able to fall out. That's fine.
The actual gun round and not try to flip this.
Almost the equivalent of a Bucky investment here. We'll see if maybe they can pull off the miracle like Bren was able to, but yeah, it's this firepower investment is going to be crazy. Unless they get as long as they totally check their corners on Bren, they should be fine for this round.
And I don't believe there were too many tricky shorties or anything of the like here. There was an owl drone committed a sewer already, so as long as Bren don't try to just send it up C long, I think they're going to be fine. They are just waiting to see if someone will peek that angle. 3 players. This seems like a bit of a contact play, honestly, towards C. You can see Jesse Vash picking up that spike and heading over toward the C site. Recon dart at the ready, too. That's going to go to the back site, and they're probably going to rush right off of it.
Most likely. A little bit worried, but we'll see how they work with this. They are going to commit to this. Here comes the info dart. Nice flash. I actually won't be able to trade that out. And they're going to be fine. Going to see if they can catch anybody on the rotation. That's nicely done by Dispenser. And checking all their corners and aesthetics.
30 seconds left.
Not going to be locked out here. So clean eco round for Bren Esports. Or not an eco round, but you know.
Anti-eco.
Yeah.
Easy does it. Now, Brenny.
We get back to the interesting match once again, Paul.
Yeah, Bren Esports, they're going to play for this Alt Orb C Long, get the Blade Storm available for Dubstep. Oh no, they actually get the Run It Back for Borkum instead. So Dubstep just going to be working with the Sheriff this whole round until there is a pick in favor of Bren Esports. Certainly a little bit risky, but plays to the overall team rather than for the micro of Dubstep. They recognize Borkum's having a pretty crazy game, so they want to give him as many tools as possible and try to ride that wave to victory.
Careful now.
Calm before the storm. Just waiting to see if they can find anything. They will hear that molly from Borkum, but they're not really acting on it. Pinocchio will do probably the same. They do see more utility. Actually gets tagged, and they will know exactly where they are. Pinocchio's will just go ahead and flash. But this is smart. Bren's just going to rotate once more and just say, you know what? I don't really think A's are mapped. They might just have one person stick around. They don't need the intel anymore, so they're just
30 seconds
okay,
left.
well, I mean, they're gonna run away, but I don't know. Oh my gosh, they choose not to pursue it. That's actually pretty huge. Just gonna push on through. Borkum using to run it back, and they will be able to at least bait out a lot of utility. Gets a lot of the Killjoy mods, which is big. Dubstep, though,
That's Spike.
gets traded out. That is also Spike as well. Interesting play there. Now they're gonna have to try to commit to this. Oh, they win it out. Oh my jeez, Borkum. If they didn't have Borkum on their team, this would have been an absolute...
Fortunately, the placement of the lockdown was a little bit too far back, so you don't flush players out of A long, which made the recontest once the lockdown expired much easier for Bren, and they were able to get there. Not a good start for Bren this round, of course, as Dubstep's just going to get clobbered in A long.
Not ideal, no, but that does tell them that they don't want to go A, so at least... guess there's information there, as they know there's two, I think, two that peaked long, so Dubstep does give them a little bit of information. They still have Borkum, so it's very winnable. In all seriousness, though, they are baiting out a lot of utility. They are not really afraid of revealing their location as long as they get the frag. They have full confidence. Borkum, actually, massive flash, will be able to get Ginny. A little messy, but still overall able to do it. And here we go, the run it back, but it gets shot down before Conquer Red can do anything. But the trades, they're working out well. It's really good for Bren, and now it's a 2v2. But here comes Pinocchio, gonna try to get the run it back value that they can get at Borkum. But looks like they were able to play with the wall, and now it's a 2v1. The spike has actually yet to be planted, so this is going to be a lot of pressure onto Borkum.
30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds left.
Borkum has some time to poke and prod. Also, hopefully reload, as there's only 6 bullets left. Can't really go for another site right now. There's not nearly enough time for that. Is going to be heard on that C site. Araikodai going in. Going for the fight. Borkum takes one, though. Ace has to play for time on this now. Borkum gonna bait him in, gonna go for the frag. One more swing, has to do it right now, and he gets Whoa! Borkum with the clutch yet again.
Sure.
Oh, massive.
And the micro decision making from Borkum is second to none right now. Is anticipating everything the enemy players want to do, where they want to be standing, when they want to swing. It is such good work. Borkum is playing Araikodai like a fiddle. Look at that. Already, easy pick out mid. Now, I mean, defending with 4 players on Haven, it's a 3-site map. And Jesse Bash is even looking for another one, nearly gets it there, but opens it up for Dubstep to finish it off. This is an easy rush towards A now.
Yeah, this is going to be an uphill battle if they want to do anything. The lockdown will come out, though, but, I mean, Borkum just says, screw you. And, oh, well, it's actually, this is attackers, so Conqueror will be able to find them. Finally takes down the raid boss, but 2v4, and you're tagged up to heck. Conquer Red is just going to have a hard time trying to see if they can bring it back. Does manage to get at least one head tap, takes Borkum's Vandal. It's 2v3, but again, they are working against time, and they were able to set up on the A long, which is going to be rough. All right, lockdown comes out, but I don't think there's really a lot of time to make it too valuable, and we already see them outside of A long.
Ooh, Jesse Bash trying to be the martyr there and stuff a push as it comes in. Not a lot of time right now. There goes the paranoia, a counter paranoia coming on back. Doesn't tag up much of anything. Here comes the double speed. I think it's from Sewers, but it's from Long, and Dubstep will finish it off.
Attackers win.
13-6. An excellent start in this quarterfinal matchup for Bren Esports. Here on defense, Raise Grenade, Boombot, excellent tools to stem aggression, right? And we saw Borkum especially, but also players like Dubstep hold the W button and sort of walk over Araikodai. So certainly not a bad adjustment here from our defensive team coming into bind.
Already off the bat, starting off with a pretty open sight. They're just going to be holding certain angles, and Dubstep already manages to find something for their trouble. Now it's just defense and head and just being guarded here, and they will be able to get the plant, slow down the push, and this is looking pretty solid right now. Gets a trade at least, so Araikodai is a 4v4 as opposed to 5v4, but still looking good for Bren.
Recontest here in lamps is going to be important. Araikodai have to go through and clear that out. Curveball is going to let them go forward, but the camera does tag Pinocchio's. They've made it into lamps, now they have to make it out without losing everyone, and step 1 went well, step 2 not so much.
Way, it's gonna be difficult. I just want to point that out.
There's been 4 kills in 5 rounds for Araikodai. I don't like looking at the scoreboard if I can help it, but that's a pretty noticeable arrangement of the numbers. Yeah, exactly here. And I'm a little bit surprised Araikodai aren't stacking a little bit heavier, playing a little bit more around the ult orbs, trying to get those things available, right? Not necessarily for this round, but if you get an ult orb on Wannafly or any of the other ones that were 2 orbs away, next round, you're pretty much guaranteed to have your ultimate because you'll die, get an orb, and then you'll have those ultimates for the pivotal gun round. They at least get the 1 pick onto Dubstep on the entry here, but now just creep onto the site for Bren. Not too difficult. Pinocchio swings on out elbow, but it was never going to be a walk in the park for Araikodai.
Suck for buying. And now we're just going to
we did get a lot of attacker wins on Split yesterday too.
Yes.
So I mean, who needs, you know, statistics when it comes to what sides are favored on what maps potentially here? If Araikodai can win this pistol, you know, game's not over.
That's true. Granted, it was X10.
Oh, I love this. So this is something Dubstep likes to do a lot, actually, is push out of hookah when they don't get any information elsewhere on the map. It is going to break that, or Dubstep is going to break that trap wire as well, and then just make Wannafly question. Meanwhile, the rest of Araikodai doing fine on site. Can't speak the same there for the Sova over in Showers, but it is a trade. Still 1-for-1, 3v3 in total across the map right now.
Yeah, they're trading at the very least, so this is winnable. I would actually try to think about rotating if you can. It is a tight situation, so I don't blame them for just trying to win the duel out overall. Ginny's just going to try to fight. Wannafly is ready for the prank, as they will be able to get it. Does get tagged up a little bit, but I mean, it's a 1v1, but it is going to be the Frenzy versus the Ghost. Yeah. And Dubstep is ready to just dash on in. I like that they took the TP, though. I wonder...
Oh, they're trying to bait here. Wannafly's just waiting to see if Dubstep was actually moved over to the A site, and we'll try to follow through the teleporter, but Dubstep's not going to give any information over to Wannafly, and now with only 10 seconds remaining, I mean, the plant will go down here, undoubtedly, but with the paint shell used, only 1 blast pack to Wannafly's name, this is as difficult of a situation as it was previously. The only benefit is that the dash has been used.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, Wannafly! Oh my gosh!
Right? They have some potential momentum heading forward. Although, as I say that, Araikodai actually buy a lot of Spectres, so suddenly Araikodai, you need to do more than just damage to Bren. You actually kind of need to win this, or you won't be buying in the 4th round of this half.
Rough. See what happens. I mean, already off the bat, they are making this count. I really do appreciate Araikodai. Gonna try to make this count. Spencer knows that they're rushing on through. Might be able to find one, able to get one that wasn't really what you wanted to have. You wanted to just trade that out, but Ginny gets 2, and they will keep the player advantage in their favor. Now, Bren, they are everywhere, but unfortunately, they are going to know that at least one's going to be coming from Showers, so that is at least some information that they have. We'll see if they're able to utilize it, though.
Timing here is going to be important for Ginny, but meanwhile, there is a crossfire setup for entering the site for Bren Esports. The run it back available too. Borkum's already got it. Gonna immediately rush out, head straight to Lamps with that one, and try to clear out that crucial position. Actually, no, just heading to the spike instead. I think that might have been a bit of a misplay because suddenly Ginny's around from showers and Borkum's position is known up in heaven. Poking out, trying to at least pick off one or two, but there wouldn't be nearly enough time. Just playing for damage at this point, and Borkum will deal quite a bit of it, but ultimately lose their life and lose the round. Timing, actually, checking that hookah angle when the players out long were still very far away, so not ideal. Bren Esports ticking ever closer to that map and match point. Borkum in a very risky spot here, though.
Well, they got Dubstep at least backing them up, so in some ways they could potentially trade, but you don't want to do it. Max Flash. Dubstep is going to keep up the pressure, but the Bomb Buddy will catch them out and want to fly. Gets Borkum. The raid boss is down for Bren. So now they can push on through, but Jesse does make it a little bit expensive. They're trading back and forth. Dubstep goes down, though. It's a 3v2 and Araikodai. They're doing the Bren method of just keeping it up the player advantage and trading out players. They're looking good. They finally get the plan. They don't waste any time anymore.
And I'm wondering how heavily Bren Esports will try to commit to this. Spencer is on a very long flank, can clear out showers, but there is no potential, at least early in this retake, for these two players to cover each other. Paranoia already used. Not much gained from that from Humi either. Ginny's still in a great spot on bench, and Lamps has not been cleared whatsoever. Spencer gonna take out Ginny, and suddenly they will know both players are in Lamps. Smoke is out. Dispenser covering. Hunter's Fury. That is a death sentence. The Dispenser is gonna rush you down. The timing here is ever so important. Was it already half stuck? Yes! And Brenner on match point.
From it.
Hey.
Okay. Can they buy back? Wait, did they buy?
They bought as much as they could.
Right, but I was thinking full. Okay, it's kind of close, but it's very light armor, so this is going to be risky.
Certainly need to get something done early. Have a favorable trade to start this off.
Okay.
Spencer's position is compromised, but a camera here, Ginny to cover as well as Dubstep. I mean, it's hard to punish Dispenser safely right now. Paranoia does go out. Dispenser still able to get one, and Borkum coming around. Gets one and makes out like a bandit. Suddenly, all the hopes are gone.
What the hell happened?
They had an effort in their attack, to be certain.